Hello, and welcome to another stream, and to those in the know,
Welcome to the Twitterverse.
how you doing, JT? Yeah, Brokeback Squad in the house, man. Brokeback Squad in the house. It's feeling a bit better, but it's not 100%. So tonight, I was thinking we'd do a pretty chill night, just hang out, have a discussion, see what rock mining brings us, and, just kind of go from there. After going on my long rant about there being no rock mining equipment on Lorville, I was DM'd by somebody that watched one of my videos and told me, Grifter, Scarred, you be a dumbass. They moved the locations. So we're going to go find out if that's true. So hopefully we can knock out two birds with one stone here. We can find out for science. There was a patch, I'm sure you saw earlier on Marcus's stream. There was a patch, so we're going to see how it's going to work out. What up, Canop? How you doing, man? Hopefully I'm not stuck here. I can't wait to get my new mic that's been ordered. It has not shipped yet. So hopefully you went live too? You went live? No, you didn't. Nuh-uh, I didn't see an alert. I didn't see an alert for you going live. Oh, there it is. I didn't see an alert for you. I got you streaming on my phone. I got you turned down though. So I wanted to get you some love in too. And I reached out to Pagan, as a matter of fact, last night while I was working on some stuff for my channel, which hopefully that'll be coming out. A new splash page for videos will be coming out later this week, along with, I know I promised 3 videos last week and I only got 1, but there should be 2 videos coming out this week for some new players to help out. And a 3rd video for sure is going to come out, which will be a re-upload of how to take down comma rays. Are we going to make it? We going to make it? We going to make it? I need to make sure I got this set up right. Okay, good. Yeah, one of them is just a basic passive way to earn some money right away, and then the other one is going to be a more aggressive yet slightly safe way of earning it. Ooh, sorry about that, JT. That sucks, man. That sucks. I'll be checking it out. I got you turned down on my phone, so I will be viewing your stream as well. And hopefully later this week, we will be having a special guest coming on. Almost forgot to get off. And be doing a interview with them. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you and good luck on your stream. I'll be checking in with you in a little bit. Do they have you on any medication for your anxiety, JT? I mean, it's none of my business, but I was just wondering if it would help out.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Now you may be wondering why I'm starting here. I'm hoping that after the girls get to school and my back isn't acting up, I can spend about an hour, hour and a half getting some footage together. And then editing possibly Wednesday morning, as well as putting together some interview questions for our special guest that should hopefully be coming on this weekend. If not, it'll be the following weekend, hopefully. Now, let's see if this is true about where they moved the rentals to. Otherwise, we're going to have a change of plans. Not that that's a bad thing. Well, that's good, JT. Thankfully, and I'm not saying it to be mean to you or anything like that, but thankfully I do not have that problem. My problem is large crowds, small places. I do not do well. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. I do not do well in large crowds or large amounts of people in a small space. It throws me into a panic attack. What it really makes me do is makes me want to faint. First time it ever happened was at a McDonald's. Carnival was in town, you know, one of those town fair type carnivals, and they had just finished setting up, and a whole bunch of people all of a sudden showed up. And before I'd know it, I was almost about to hit the floor, and the wife was like, okay, we gotta go, something's wrong. And I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, I can see how that would set that off. My wife says I have commitment issues too. But I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to make a little light of the situation. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. I know I have other problem. I know people that have that problem that I work with. They get bad anxiety attacks. It's not fun for anybody. I figure figure if you can joke about it, it's at least one step. I don't want to say recovery, but one step to realizing that you have an issue that you need to work on. Oh, speaking of issues that I'm working on, guess what I did Saturday and today? Or not Saturday, Sunday and today. Sunday, 0 pop. Today, 1. Now I will admit it was a 20 ouncer, so it's more like 2, but I only bought 1 thing of pop, and I made it last most of the day. I was pretty impressed with myself. I really was. Now, I'm not going to lie, I slogged down a lot of juice and a lot of coffee. Dude, that's bright. Yeah, I definitely like 20 ounces, probably a little too much. Yeah, I'm just glad they don't carry my favorite type of, I can't remember who makes it, but it's like a sparkling cherry lime. It's called Cherry Lime Ricky. Oh my God, they come in 32-ounce cans. I could drink like 18 of those in a day if you let me.
Welcome to the aSOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
So I'm hoping... Oh man, look at that view. Look at that view. Hi there. I know this is all going to be reset tomorrow, so I'm not too worried about it. Thankfully, I have not gotten too many crazy, like, sugary candy snack cravings. It's just been like, I want juice, I want coffee, and I want it bad. Ooh, yeah, I've done that before. So let's see. Okay, so it's not here. Ah, there it is. There it is. Vantage Rentals. That's what we're looking for. Okay. We are going to rent for 1 day. So that's 20, we'll say 23,000. Because this is also going to get turned into a film, not this particular live stream, but I'm also going to do a third on rentals. We'll do, so it's about 23, 26. We'll say about 26K right there. I goof around with my wife and I tell her all the time that men marry their moms. And I don't mean that in a bad way. How I mean that is, oh, I don't want, okay, that's fine. We'll add this to the cost. So we're at 26, 31, so we're at 31, 41, and you always bring a backpack if I can find it. So 30, we'll say 32,000. That's not too bad. But what I was saying was, I jokingly tell my wife all the time that men marry their moms or marry a mom-like figure. And I say it jokingly, but at the same time, I'm not really joking that hard about it. Alrighty. It's on. Oh, cool. So before, and I think it was before I started streaming, before these, oops, going out rock mining. I'm gonna need these. So as I was saying, we marry our, we marry a mom-like figure, and I don't mean that to be, like, mean or anything like that, but we generally end up marrying somebody that can keep us in check. Not all of us, but a large majority of the male population. We marry somebody that keeps us in check, or that can keep us in check. And I think that's healthy for a lot of men. And then men, on the other hand, generally do a good job of keeping their wives' emotions in check. Now, I'm lucked out because my wife doesn't let her emotions dictate what she does. Now, she keeps me in check because, I hate to say it, I'm a 41 going on 42-year-old child. And I don't mean like I don't take care of my responsibilities or anything like that, but if I didn't have, before we had kids and stuff like that, I was a little bit more compulsory with my money. Like I could go to the comic book shop and throw down $80 and we'd be standing there at the checkout and she'd be like, dude, really? Really? You think you're coming home with all of that? How much is that? Oh, it's $80. It's $100. She's like, nah. You need to stop.
Welcome to the
And I did.
vehicle retrieval system.
All right, it's here.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Look, I'm not saying arguing. Now, I would say arguing is not healthy, but at the same time, we have to every once in a while let our pent-up frustrations out. My issue is that I have a tendency of getting too personal with it. we take off. Okay, there are places there. Okay, we are gonna go to my favorite planet. Okay, so funny enough, me and my wife, combined income, we were pulling down about, depending on overtime and whatnot for me, up north by the Chicagoland area, we were pulling down about 85,000 a year between the two of us. She was pulling down 30,000, 36, 33-ish thousand at a retail job, and I was pulling down 45 to 50 depending on overtime. We were not making enough money to get by. We couldn't afford a new house. We had 4 kids. We just couldn't afford it anymore. And when her in-laws said they were moving to South Carolina, we started looking at how much cost of living and stuff was, and found out we could get away with quite a lot. I, for a long time, was making $10 an hour at a warehouse. And she started working back in retail like 4 months after we moved here. And then on top of that, once I moved over to Walmart and got bumped up in pay, we were doing really well for ourselves. Now, we weren't pulling down money hand over fist, but we had more money in our bank account than we've ever had when we lived up north, and making half the money. Fast forward, let's see, we've been here about 6 years. Fast forward about 4 years to the Biden administration, and we barely have enough money in our bank account. But I'm changing that. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm getting the hell out of Walmart. I'm gonna find a new job, and we're doing things differently. Oh wow, you're E7? Or you were an E7? That's nice. What is that in rank? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've had to do that. I used to work at a warehouse called US Patriot, and we did a lot, and I mean a lot of badges name badges and ranks and stuff like that. So I used to know them all for the Air Force, the Army, and the Army, Air Force, and Marines. But I don't anymore. When you don't use it all the time, you lose it. And yes, inflation and prices are going all over the place. I don't particularly want to get into politics on this channel. I think it's too divisive and too off-putting for a lot of people. And as I bitch all the time, I think you were there for it. I play video games for entertainment, not to be bombarded with more politics. Yeah, something has got to change. And I don't think Congress is going to save us. And the other thing I don't like about politics is we generally have the door swing too hard in the other direction when one party leaves and the other comes in. Oh, Master Sergeant. I bet you that pay had to be nice. Nice. I could only imagine the stress that it would be to be a Master Sergeant. Shit. I'm not high. I'm not far enough. Oh, it's right beneath me. Oh my God.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
My dad was a police officer for 35 years, and at one point he was watch commander, and officer was injured very badly on his shift, and about 3 weeks later he resigned it and said, I don't want to be in charge of other officers' lives like that. And so he stepped down. He said between the job,
ASOC vehicle retrieval
the stress that the job creates,
Your insurance claim has been sent.
and then 6 kids at home, and then having the added stress of being in charge of, you know, a dozen police officers on his shift. He was not doing it well.
Stand by.
Or he was not handling it well, I should say.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
We had 40 aircraft, 20 were ours, 20 were the other unit. At any given time, we had 7 to 14 on station, and our unit that I would be responsible for. Oof. could only imagine what that was like.
Engine.
And then anything that goes wrong, you have to answer for.
Launch complete.
Yeah, it does not sound like my idea of fun in the military. I don't think anything is fun in the military. What up, Marcus? How you doing, man? I've been on for about 40 minutes, and so far, no nasty lag spikes, no 30Ks, no crashes. So
Engines online.
we'll check it out.
Launch.
And if you missed the beginning of the stream, somebody watched my stream previously and said, "Hey, Mike, well, hey, Scarred, you're a dumbass. They moved the rentals." Rock Reynolds and Drake Reynolds are at refining stations and cargo stations. They're not at Lorville anymore. I don't know. I didn't even look into it, and I should have. That was a missed thing on my part. You know what? We'll go to that blue field right there. You know what? Since you're on here, Marcus, I will. Oops, that's not it. Okay, so I'm pulling 60 frames, and the server is at around 10 to 12, it looks like. Yeah, when did you guys get out? Uh-oh, the wife's up. I didn't even notice. Hopefully I don't have to cut the stream. April of last year, damn. From 98 to 2022, damn. My birthday's in April, it's coming up. Am I talking too loud or something? Why don't you go grab the heat pad from downstairs? Yeah, my dad served from, I think it was from 76 to 80 in the Air Force. I forget the name of the base, but it was in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Oh, what up, Mason? What's going on? Been a little bit. How you doing, man? Man, I had Canop stopping here before he started his stream. I got JT, I got Mason, I got Marcus. I'm feeling good, man. A lot of people in chat. Thank you all for being here. Really, I appreciate it. It looks like the altimeter is working too. Man, my back is busted ass up. But I got a heat pad. I was gonna do a griefing rant, but I decided since I took some of my old surgery pills from my face, it may not be a good idea to go on a rant, just in case I say something stupid. But I wanted to do a griefing rant. And Big V, aka Space Shorts, told me how the RSI signatures work. So RSI signatures that are in values of oh hey, what's up? I'm not staying on very long, Marcus, but RSI values that are in values of 320 are gems, and then 1700 values of 1700s are rocks, big rocks. You know what, I'm gonna make everybody dizzy doing this. Keep the scan out in front of me. That might be one. And then anything higher, yep, that's rocks. Or gems, I should say. Ooh, that's on a mountain. That could be hard to get to. Can't see what they are, though. Oh, I have to reset that. Oh, it's Dullivine, damn it. Dude, Space Shorts is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I bust his balls a lot. I keep telling him he sounds like Vince Vaughn. Yeah, I'm just mining today for a little while, testing some stuff out in the PU, mostly for science purposes, and I want to put out, I'm hoping that this week and next week I can pump out 2 to 3 videos. What is this? I give V from Space Shorts a lot of shit about being lag spike. About being Vince Vaughn. I give him a lot of shit about that. More lag spikes. Yeah, the wife's back is hurting too. We both need to get out of Walmart. It's no good for either of us. Marcus is a highly refined man of culture. Let's see, is this? No, that was already one that I checked. I don't want to check that one again. That's 1700. But I'm glad Space Shorts did that video, so now I kind of know what RSI signatures to look for when I'm mining, salvaging. Although I'm probably not going to be doing very much salvaging. 1318 goes live. Ooh, here we go. Here's a couple of gems. I do, but I need to find a new job first. Then that. Where the hell are these rocks? There they are. Hello, scan. Oh my goodness. Trying to do this with the mouse sucks. I need to reset my... I need to reset my flight sticks again. Oh, that's not the right shit anyways. Probably. He's much more, especially when it comes to the computer shit, much more knowledgeable. I'm just a caveman that grunts and pushes buttons until stuff works. Or I ask Marcus, hey, how does this work? Ooh. That looks like a big patch of something. Yeah. I do got that skinny dude strength. Everybody's surprised when I lift some of this shit up at work. They're like, how'd you get that basketball thing up on there all by yourself? Leverage. Scan. Hello? This looks like Had Night, so we're gonna go for it. Put out landing gear first. Yeah, I'm pretty skinny. I'm a 6 foot 165, 160, 165, depends on how hard it's raining.
Engines online. Engines online.
Skinny dude with a lot of... It's better now, much better than when I was younger, but a lot of anger issues. I wasn't afraid to scrap. I was a little too willing to scrap, honestly. It's not a beer gut, but it's definitely not the six-pack I had when I was in my 20s and 30s. Definitely starting to get that dad bod. What, skinny guys? We like to get scrappy, man. And as for me, I'm persistent. I keep coming back. Uh-oh, somebody's breaking in to the comms array. Oh, dude, body shots are great. Hello? Don't make me pick all this stuff up. Hello? Ooh, kicks to the liver are no bueno. Hello? There we go. We're probably not going to get a full load tonight, but we're definitely going to see how much money we can get. I'm naturally right-handed and I fight right-handed. I like to throw a lot of leg kicks, especially to the inside. And I broke my hand too many times, so I try not to throw punches with my right hand. I try to throw elbows and forearms. Side kicks are so much fun to throw. I also like my my teep kick, I think it's called, the front snap kick, teep kick, push kick. I haven't sparred in so long. Alright, Marcus, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. It's always a blast to have you here, man. If you land a good one to the solar plexus, people don't want to fight no more. You too, Marcus, you too. Enjoy your evening. The worst thing I ever did was, I think it was freshman year of high school. Yeah, I was taught to use the ball of the foot and try to land it in the solar plexus. That's the way I was taught to do it. But yeah, you're trying to hit them square in the solar plex and push them back. Now, snap kick. Well, front snap kick is exactly what it sounds like. You're snapping it at the knee up into them. You don't generate a lot of power, but you don't. I mean, you still don't want to get hit by it. Worst thing I did though was I think it was freshman year of high school. We were lined up for a fire drill outside, and this kid slapped me on the back of the head hard enough that it knocked my glasses off. And then as I turned around to try to find him, he stepped on him and broke him. And instead of using words, the first thing I did was punch him directly into the throat. And he turned purple and went down. And about 8 minutes later, an ambulance pulled up. I got called down to the principal's office. I thought I killed the kid. He was bigger than me, but I thought I killed him. And I thought I was going to be going to jail. Oblique kicks are not fun either. What's funny is we ended up becoming really good friends after that, so go figure. But yeah, he was a lot bigger than me. He was about 2-3 inches taller than me and probably had about 40-50 pounds on me. But that shot to the throat, he wasn't bigger than me anymore. I'm not proud of it. I shouldn't have done it, but hey, shit happens. So Mason, how's your day been? JT had an outing at some fancy restaurant and variety show. How was your weekend? See, when I used to spar a lot, I did Ishinru Kung Fu only for a few months, and then American kickboxing for maybe a year. My favorite thing to do in sparring was to take their legs. If it wasn't so late, I'd definitely be drinking coffee. Speaking of, we're going to try to find one more load of gems. And then we're going to go sell. I like chopping legs to the point where they can't either, when two things happen. I like chopping legs until they start putting down that arm, because they're trying to stop, because they can't lift their leg anymore, so they're trying to put the arm down to try to stop your leg kick, or it gets just so bruised or knotted up that they just can't do it anymore. like you said, leg KO. I guess it would be more of a TKO because I can't stand no more, but that's my favorite thing to do. It's not very exciting, but it gets the job done. And then if they try to clinch up with me, I just immediately go to throwing elbows. Oh. Guess another big field of gems down there. Let's see what we got. Oh, there they are. You can't see them. Got some hadnite? Please tell me it's hadnite. Nope, that's not hadnite. Well, scanning's not working the way it should be. That's a little disappointing. Yeah, the way I would work it is either they're going to reach down and try to block it with their hand or a forearm, and that doesn't feel good. Or they're going to keep dropping that hand, and then it gives me a shot to their chin. But like I said, I have not sparred in a couple of decades now. Then the last time I sparred, it was a guy that was about my size, that was a boxer, and was a 2-time Golden Glove for the state of Illinois. And we sparred, and he was impressed that I could throw my hands the way I could throw them, but he definitely rang my bell more than one time. See, it's not giving me the... That's more Dolivine. But, yeah, they stopped that sparring session because it was very obvious I had my bell rung more than a couple of times. We love you, Mason. We're glad that you show up. You make the streams a lot of fun. So does JT. But when I get both you guys in here, oh my god, a lot of the times I'm cracking up pretty hard. Alright, we're gonna hug these mountains because we're not getting any readings. Those are big boy rocks. I kind of like the RSI signatures. I can like readily identify what it is before I get there. Well, at least if it's a big rock, gems, salvage. Now that I know how to read it, I'm just really glad Space Shorts told me that, and then I'm even more glad that one of his Discord members saw my video and was like, "Hey, numbnuts. They moved it. The rentals are in a different spot." And I was like, oh man. So all my rage was for nothing in that video. Is that one it? No, that's a big boy rock. Need a prospector for that. knife hands. What do you mean by that, sir? I don't want to fly into the sun, but I'm gonna have to. Uh-oh, here comes the 40K talk. Here comes the 40K talk. Ooh, those might be some gems. Nope. Alright, let's try not to die. Ooh, those are gems. That's a lot of them. Of course I can't see shit. Oh, there they are. Damn, Dolivine. Let's see if it'll tell me. Yeah, scanning is not working right. And that's fine. That's fine. I know what I'm looking for. Oh. I do not run with knife hands. You know who likes to run with knife hands? And in a very girly fashion? Steven Seagal. No, I got nothing bad to say about 40K at all. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think the lore is cool, but the actual game itself, the tabletop game, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm not saying other people can't enjoy it. I'm just saying it's not for me. I think I may have been exposed to maybe a mismatched army or something like that, but for me, watching an army get basically decimated in 1-2 moves or 1-2 turns, just it did not seem like my kind of fun. Is this just one rock? Yeah, I'm not going up there for one rock. That's stupid. This might be a bunch of rocks right here, a bunch of gems. You can hand mine these as well. I didn't. It's a lot slower of a process. Are these what we're looking for? They are.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
What do you like? Let's say somebody like me were to get into 40K. What would be a good faction for me to get into coming from like a BattleTech standpoint? And how much is a good starter set going to cost me? Where'd these rocks go? Oh, there they are. I knew these were had night. See, I don't know enough about the factions. I know Henry Cavill's like super into it. I just want some fun things to paint, that's all. And like I said, I like some of the lore to it. I mean, how expensive are the starter sets to start an army? Not saying I would ever finish it, but you know, just something fun to paint. I mean, I wouldn't be buying any of the books or anything like that either, because I doubt I'd ever play. Just, you know, something to paint and use as display pieces. Oh my god. Okay, how much are a handful of Space Marines then? Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Well, it is getting to 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna take this to the port and sell it if I don't crash in my ship and explode it. Yeah, that's an odd angle. I mean, they definitely look fun to paint, especially the Space Marines. Now, I thought I read or heard somewhere, maybe, what you call it, heard on a video or something, that the way their jump ships work is they pretty much have to sacrifice people to get it to jump. Is that true?
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
What happened here? Dude, that's crazy.
Quantum drive is now on.
Wow. I still haven't fixed the sound issue. There's no sound when you jump. That needs to be fixed. Ah, fuck that. I'm doing this the cheap way. One of these days I'll post up in my playlists some of the best history of Battletech. I think maybe you guys would enjoy some of that. Considering the human population numbers in the trillions, it ain't that bad. Well, you know what they say, you know, if you want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. So, you know, what's 10